That's the scene right there. Connectivity has been a huge issue. Let's get right to him. That's Fox Weather Correspondent Robert Ray. Robert, how goes it? We had just dug into the details with Brian Norcross. Big jog off to the right of Melissa. That brought the core closer to you. And also with a more westerly wind direction, you don't have the cover of the mountains anymore.
Gosh, what a turn of events. And I tell you, all we could hear right now, moments ago, was glass blowing out. And that is our structure, the upstairs. And our security team just went up there to take a look. We have glass doors that are blown out, windows that are blown out, and wind just rushing through the second floor of this building, this beautiful home that we rented to protect ourselves. Thank God the team is safe inside the garage right now. And I'm standing on the driveway of this because it's just not safe. It wasn't safe moments ago on that roadway with flying debris and power lines as well. And by the way, these power poles are concrete, and so they're not going to crumble, but these lines could go, and that's why it is very important to just be careful. Though the electricity is cut, it's off. We've been out of power for a long time here, and communications as well, and the only way we're getting this signal out is through Starlink and a 3,000 watt battery operated generator. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to do this, Ian. And I have to say, what we're experiencing is nothing compared to what the landfall region in the southwest experienced and what Montego, 50 miles to the west, is going through. And this is really brutal and tough conditions, and clearly we're seeing the degradation of structures by the fact that our windows are all blown out, and I'm seeing debris that is flying, mostly vegetation, though I did see some structural debris in the distance. But the 25,000 tourists that are in those resorts and hotels hunkering down have got to be just terrified as what is going on with the sounds and the fury of all this as well, with the wind whipping down and howling through these roadways. A quarter mile is the Caribbean Sea. As I look over there, trees are just back and forth, and the driving rain and it just pelting on your face and your extremities, and you can feel it even if it's not hitting your skin. I could feel it earlier pounding into my back. It's just a terrible situation here right now, and I know what we're going to see tomorrow when we try to head into Montego. If we can make it down the two-lane road lined with businesses and homes, we're going to see just destruction in all places. And when we get to all the areas where people have been staying, I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of panic because there's still not going to be power and there won't be communications. And people who are not used to these scenarios, who would be used to something like this, right? Unless you're with Fox Weather and you're out here covering these. And the reason we're doing this, the reason we're standing here and showing this is historic. We need to document it. And we also need the world and Jamaican officials and first responders. Wow. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you could hear that glass shatter. That is significant what just fell over there. My God. But this is why we're doing this. And at some point, if this continues, we're going to have to move closer in, but I am quite literally about 15 or so feet from the garage, so I can run in there. But the windows above me are already gone, and that's shattering over there. You know what, Pete, follow me. I'm going to be careful. I just want to see what exactly just crashed over here. Take a look if I can. Part of the porch and the glass completely collapsed on that side of our structure. Getting back to what I was saying, Ian, about Montego Bay, when we try to head in there tomorrow to try and get the visuals out and information to try to help first responders and officials and also aid groups that can potentially make their way in to help, they need to see what has occurred so that the proper supplies and information and aid can be brought into these areas. It's just super important. We're going to have a serious crisis on our hands, especially with the airport in Montego Bay. It's going to be be offline. That will not be operational. Now, down in Kingston, we hope that that airport is operational so that the aid can come into there, and we can get maybe the State Department with the United States and other countries to come in and help, because this side of the island is getting ravaged as we speak right now, Ian. It's a very scary situation for everyone here, and I hope that if people did not go to a shelter, if they were in a compromised structure, that they are okay and they are trying to find safety with loved ones. Ian, it's a bad scenario right now.
Yeah, Robert, if you can hear me, we could hear that play out as clear as day. And with that wind, we know it must have been loud. Sounded like a chandelier was coming down. While you were reporting, too, Pete was also showing us right behind you that there are shingles coming off the top of the home right behind you. Have you seen much damage to the structures right around you?
Yes, I mean, before I came on with you, I noticed that structure right over there was beginning to degrade up top. There's no doubt, and it looks like there's now debris just kind of flying down the streets all over the place. I wish we could move a little bit, but we can't. We're just in a position that we only have a limited viewing area because of the dangers here and the fact that we have to broadcast off the Starlink and get our signal up. But you know, just looking in the distance as the sun is going down here, well, there is no sun, but the light rather is eroding. Now I can at least see the tops of the mountains up there, and the cloud cover, whereas before, a half hour ago, when these hard impacts began, I couldn't see that. Maybe it was the driving rain, and maybe it was just the circulation. Unclear at that point because it was so intense. I guess, you know, if there's anything that's good about this right now is that these power lines have not fallen, but there's no doubt in this area there are power lines that are down. Again, these power poles are concrete, so they will not fall, and we have no power right now, so they're not electrified, they're not hot. That's a good thing. More sound in the distance of debris and destruction. I'm not sure what that was either at this point, but you could see pieces of roof now getting wrapped into parts of trees, wrapping around it. You've been talking about the tornado aspect of all this and how, you know, some of the warnings from the National Hurricane Center were almost like tornado warnings. And that is kind of what we're seeing. Pete moving his camera right now to try and get in a different position. That's the fluidity of all this. So we're just going to keep hunkering down here and assessing the damage inside the home that we have rented, which is going to be rough. It's going to be a long night, but nothing compared to what some of the other people, the residents and the tourists are going through. Godspeed to all of them, everyone on the island, especially the western side and where we're at in the north central part of Jamaica. Great people. This is a terrible scenario happening. I hope the world comes and helps this island nation of nearly 3 million people. Yeah.
Robert, I know we're very thankful because you said a lot of the hotels were booked up, that you were able to get that spot and put yourself in a safe position, at least for now, to be showing us these scenes. What did the owners of that home have to say about this? Were they just hoping for the best moving through, Melissa?
Well, I mean, when we rented the home yesterday, the owners are in the United States. It's a company, but you know, I'm not sure, based out of Atlanta. I'm not sure if it's privately owned, but an LLC, obviously. And you know, they were surprised that they were getting an inquiry for their home because of, you know, the ensuing hurricane. But they were nice enough to allow us to come in here and rent it. And I hate to say it, I mean, they're going to have issues, obviously, in the aftermath of this, unfortunately, as the windows just couldn't take it, and we'll have to assess what's going on inside. As we've had leaking water as well because of the driving rain. It's just a tough situation, but the structure will be okay. It will be standing. It's well made, but when you have winds like this and glass and debris flying, you can't fight that, unfortunately.
Yeah, Robert, I'm wondering too, as you get just off to your south and you start gaining elevation, you get a little bit higher up into those mountains. how those places are faring, because we had heard from the National Hurricane Center, higher you go in this scenario, stronger those winds would be, up 5, 10, up to the highest peaks 30% higher. I know the visibility is poor, but can you see up the hill at all how things are playing out?
I can. I could see the tops of the mountains in the distance. I definitely can. So I'm not sure. I mean, I have to imagine that the winds are as intense or more intense up there as they blow down. I'm getting a very strong gust right now as well. And they also have been having inundation of flooding because of the rain here in St. Anne Parish. Also, it's just been terrible. A town about 15 miles or so from here just submerged in water, with images of homes with the water all the way up to the rooftops, and then you add the wind field then coming in. I hope that people are okay. I just pray that they are. Though, when you have a system this strong, there's going to be casualties, unfortunately, Ian.
Yeah, especially when you consider that all of the different aspects of this storm, catastrophic across the board, the wind, the rain, the surge, that's the effect of a Category 5 storm at landfall, and still a powerful Cat 4, one that we're expecting to make another landfall off to Robert's north up in Cuba, moving into the overnight hours tonight. Robert, great work out there. That's Fox Weather Correspondent Robert Ray. Jared is out there as well, and his photojournalist Pete capturing a historic storm in Melissa. Robert, we'll be checking back soon. Thank you.